What is up, you horror nerds? It is me, your host, once again, Jeremiah Duncan. Welcome back to the channel. So today's review I brought for you is kind of a sequel to a classic movie. And honestly, I really enjoyed this, but I'm a sucker for the original. I'm talking about the 2019 release of Dr. Sleep. So it is rated R, came out in 2019. If you aren't familiar with this film, maybe you've heard of it because it is based off Stephen King stuff, but here's what it's about. Still scarred by the trauma he endured as a child at the Overlook Hotel, Dan Torrance faces the ghosts of past when he meets Abra, a courageous teen who desperately needs his help, and who possesses a powerful extrasensory ability called the Shine. That's right. This is the sequel to The Shining, the classic movie. When I first heard about this coming out, I got a little giddy because I love The Shining. It's a very long movie, but man, there's just so much intensity, so much creepiness going on, and this thing ties in so well to the original. I just absolutely love it. It was directed and written by Mike Flanagan, who did Midnight Mass, did Haunting on the Hill House, did Gerald's Game. You know, of course, it is based on the Stephen King novel. Not exactly like the novel, but neither was the original Shining, so they tried to tie it in more to the movie. Of course, they had to convince Mr. King of that. He eventually got on board because money talks. That's the way it is. It does feature Ewan McGregor. He did great. Excuse me. He embodied the original Torrance family. I was reading stuff about him. He doesn't even like horror movies. He had never even seen The Shining until he ended up getting into acting and realized this is a classic. I probably need to check it out. So for somebody that's not even a horror, he kind of knocked it out of the park. Torrance tradition through and through. You felt it. It was awesome. There's so many Easter eggs throughout this tying back into the original. So if you love the original and you haven't seen this yet, you need to watch it. Keep your eyes peeled. So many things, like there's like a Playboy laying out that was in the original that ties in that Jack Torrance was reading, and you know, just like there's stuff all over the place. They recreated almost all, except for I think like 3 scenes that they actually reused, but they recreated a lot of the classic scenes in here and show them. And I thought that was pretty cool that they were able to find actors and actresses and stuff that look similar if they were not reusing them. And just that, I mean, when you're starting watching it in the beginning, you see some of these things, you're like, this is awesome, you know. One thing that I did think was pretty interesting, though, is most of these locations were built on sound stages. They didn't go to the actual motel like the original. They didn't go to the grounds where the maze is. All that stuff was either digitally built or built on sound stages, and it looks phenomenal. Honestly, it looks great. Like a lot of the actual locations, the Overlook Hotel was built, the lounge, again, the hedge maze. I mean, fantastic. I'm giving this thing a 7 out of 10. Dr. Sleep, fantastic film though, super creepy, super cool, and I love how they tie it in, and acting is phenomenal, the story's great, and it doesn't leave anything hanging, so I love it. Check it out. If you've seen it, comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Like, subscribe, hit the death bell for notifications. I got more coming to you daily. Appreciate you.